Hey guys, it's Dr. Ryan, and you guys read this magazine? It's called In the Hills. If you live in Caledon, you probably should get this. It's a magazine of country living in the Headwaters region, and in there this time is an article that has to do with healthcare, and it says a bitter pill, opioids in the Headwaters. And many of you have heard of the opioid crisis, and this is a bit of a heavy topic, and I just want to set some things clear for people about what opioids are. So opioids are a type of medication that's given for people who typically have some type of pain, either chronic pain, severe pain, pain that regular medication doesn't seem to really touch. And there are different types of ones. Oxycodone would be a common one, morphine, heroin, and nowadays you may even heard in the news of fentanyl. So fentanyl is basically oxycodone times 100. It's you only need a couple grains of it to have a massive impact, where the person, it triggers a reaction in the brain where the person no longer can actually feel the sensation of pain, and there's actually a euphoric feeling. For that reason, unfortunately, it's being used as a non-prescription medication, or for people who are using it just for pleasure. So this article is actually really well written, and it goes through some of the different examples. Unfortunately, of a mom in Orangeville whose son, he was given oxycodone after a dental procedure for the pain. Now, one of the things with oxycodone is that you can actually become addicted inside of 3 days. Okay, it's not okay. It's not something to fool around with. And one of the biggest challenges with somebody who's addicted to it is that they can't get off of it. The addiction is so strong that if you're on oxycodone for a month, and this example is actually used in this article, I encourage you to read it. But if you use oxycodone for a month, it's not a matter of hours or days that you feel withdrawal. It would be a matter of weeks, and you would feel, you'd have diarrhea and upset stomach, and you would feel chronic energy loss and things like that, all of which can be changed instantly if somebody just took another pill. And so it's very difficult to get off. And you look at how many people are using it. So they say that Canadians take an average of 1 million tablets a day of opioids. 1 million a day, right? So in here it talks about 30,500 for every million people times 36. There's 36 million people. That's over 1 million a day, right? Which translates into 57 million tablets a year. And we think, okay, well, that's just the people on the streets. No. That's not the people on the streets. Those are ones that are dispensed as prescribed. And that's not even ones that were just prescribed. Because there are people who get a prescription and they don't fill the prescription. These are people who got a prescription and filled the prescription. That's how many drugs are being dispensed in that manner. That doesn't include the ones that are made illegally on the streets and things like that. That's a prescribed amount. And so we think, well, then who does that affect? And so the thing that affects us the most, we take care of a lot of kids in this office, is that for kids between the age grade 7 and 12, they say that 12% of them have tried opioids as a stimulant taken recreationally that somebody had as a prescription. In other words, they've taken somebody's prescriptions, mom's prescriptions, dad's prescription, and 12% of them have tried it. So in a size of a high school like the one just around the corner of about 1,200 kids, that means 145 of those kids have taken opioids recreationally, right? The abuse is a massive thing, and I know that we often think that this doesn't happen to us, but you look at stories like the person in here whose kid just had a dental procedure, or this person Susan who got re-addicted to it almost by mistake. And the pharmaceutical companies, they say, well, the answer is that that people should be carrying this other drug. I forget what it's called. Where is it on here? Naloxone at home to offset the effects of, I probably said that word wrong, it's okay, I'm sorry if I did, to offset the effects of the oxycodone in case you take too much. But for me, the answer is going to be, well, how do we help people not get on that in the first place? Because the number one thing that opioids are being prescribed for right now in Canada are for back pain. And there is a better way. I have all kinds of people that have come in and they didn't necessarily believe that chiropractic could work, but for crying out loud, it's safer for sure, and it gives you an opportunity to get through and heal from the inside out. Our bodies are amazing. They're designed to heal from the inside. I encourage you that if you haven't given chiropractic a try, that you do. And that if you are being prescribed these medications, that you're fully aware of what's involved when you do take them. And if your children are being prescribed them, that you're fully aware of what the potential repercussions are. So get the In the Hills magazine. It's on page 24. Go ahead and read through it, and you can have your own opinions. But I thought that from a public service announcement standpoint, that this was going to be an important message. All right, we're the doctors at Inside Out, and we've got your back.